I shot my first short film as a videographer and DOP assistant,
and it wasn't easy. We went through a lot of challenges.
If you want to see the behind the scenes and what it takes to shoot a short film, you're in the right place. Stay until the end if you want to see the trailer for our short film, and without further ado, let's get started. Everything started last year in October, when me and my partner were contacted by a director and asked to shoot the short film. So the preparation started. Let's walk through some things first. When this happened, I recently have started videography, so I was rather fresh to it all, and I would still find myself watching video tutorials, just tutorials in general, and learning more about my camera. I wanted to take this opportunity seriously, so the first thing I did was to sign up to a gym, because I was not strong at all. In order to survive shooting days, you have to be strong.
The cameras are heavy. If it's not shooting, you have to set up the light. If it's after the shoot, you have to pick up the lights and change them into different position. And also before we actually shoot, we have to rehearse the movements and all of that.
So that was the most logical beginning to it all. And now I can say that I definitely do not regret that decision. And it helped me so much. That was great. Okay. Apart from that, obviously we read the script and we analyzed what equipment we needed and just general things we had to take into account. First thing that kind of got me scared was that everything, or mostly everything, was shot during the nighttime. If you shot some videos, you would know that lighting is very important. I have never encountered myself shooting outside at 2 a.m. That was a bit preoccupying. So yeah, we had to do some test shots to see how much light we need and do we actually have enough of them. We did a lot of trials. Apart from lighting, it would be stabilization and just general things like camera movements or composition, anything that will make us do the job better. It was kind of an everyday thing. We would go out and try something new. The clock was ticking, so we had a lot to do. It's also kind of funny. At the beginning of the shoot, we started out with just playing camera buddies, and throughout the process we were bettering our rig. So it's very nice to see the evolution. So it was really nice to see the evolution of it and how much better we got throughout the process as well. Let's talk about the parts of the shootings. There were 4 parts shot throughout December, April, March, and May. Location number 1, December. Location number 1 was the first part of the shooting. We didn't really know how much time we needed to set everything up before the shooting, for props and lighting, and how much time we needed to prepare for the shots, rehearsals, and then how much time we would have in between the shots as well. And that was the first time as well we were meeting the team, so that was very exciting. On this first location, we shot for around 3 or 4 days. It was our main location. It was indoors, we were protected from the cold, and we had electricity. It's really nice. We could just be switching the batteries, charging, and then switching them and just do that circular thing. Since we had to shoot during the night, so we would start around 6 until the shots were done, pretty much. It depended on the amount of shots we had and the difficulties, so every day was different. The only downside to this part is that I got cold the day before the shoot. I was on a lot of medication, mixing it with some sugar and energy drinks. I survived it, but I looked miserable. Mission accomplished. Location number 2, March. So actually we came here around 1 month before the shooting to check out how it is and what things are there, prepare ourselves and just to investigate, see how we can manage things there. It was right on the shore of the sea, so we were surrounded by water. It was pretty beautiful during the day and the tower was pretty cool. We actually came back in the morning to do some cinematic shots in the sunrise. So first day we attempted to mount the tent to have a safe spot, and our safe spot turned out to be cars because we failed miserably at making the tent. The wind was so strong it almost took the tent away and us with it. So this was our introduction to the spot and the current weather there. I was so nervous about the wind. It was so strong. Obviously hand shooting was not an option. I had to bring out my heavy-duty Manfrotto tripod and just grip onto it so it stays in place. And actually it's funny because my monitor, which was on top of my camera, So the wind would blow so hard that it would take the camera away and me visit, because yeah, the wind was just so strong. So I had to take off my monitor for some parts. So I had less conflict with the wind, essentially. Then the second day came through. We discovered that the water goes up. And our shooting location was just filled with water. We had to manage around that situation. On the other hand, at some hours the water would also go down. So you would see these rocks forming a path to the tower, which was epic. Since I had water boots, I could actually walk the path and I saw a little crack, so I was really happy. Honestly, we did such a good job in the situation that we were in. Even though we had such difficulties with the weather, we managed, and it's very cool. Like, respect to us for doing that, because this part was crazy. Location number 3, April. This location was just one day shooting. We had to cover some initial scenes from the short film, and it was pretty fast and chill. After what we've been through in the last location, this was nothing. Excellency, star, star, star. We were professionals at this point. We were survivors. Location number 4, May. This was our last shooting location. Everybody was so excited because come on, we did so much stuff. Everything is coming together. Just so little things we have to do. So we were treating it a bit as a after party shooting. Also, we were shooting at the karaoke, so yeah, that was that was pretty fun. It was really exciting to just see everything come together and all of the progress we've been through. Everything was just getting better with every time we were shooting, so that was very exciting. So let's talk about the challenges and problems that we had during this project. First of all, I'm a pretty anxious person, so I was worried about many things. Even though they were the most irrational things, I was still worried about them. Like, I can literally see in my monitor that something is focused, but my anxiety in me is like, is it focused? It was my personal battle, and my partner helped me a lot with it because he's more mentally stable. Thanks to him a lot, because my god. So second part is functioning on low sleep. I just don't feel that well, like in normal life. But when it's a shooting, somehow it balances with the adrenaline and excitement of the project. Sugar and energy drinks are kind of like, it betters the situation. Yeah, low sleep is hard, but you have to be prepared for it. You just have to flip your schedule a bit. We had a lot of challenges with the weather and just outside world. So yeah, be prepared that that is difficult. You just have to adapt. Can't do anything about it. So that's the only thing you can do. Other from that, I think the rest is like what I've actually learned and the things that I would do differently in the future. Okay, so let's start. Number 1. Always have more batteries and lights than you need. You don't want to run out of batteries. If you're shooting outside, try how long your camera can shoot with the batteries you have and what you can do once they run out. If it's a V-mount battery, if it's a plug-in, if you're outside, you have to think about it. And lights are important. You don't want to have less light because in some occasions there is no light and you need all the lights you have and more. And yeah, be prepared for that. Actually, we lost 3 lights during this project. Why? Well, that's a second point. Sandbags. You need sandbags. We needed sandbags and we didn't have sandbags, so we lost 3 lights. So trust me, you need sandbags. We learned too late about this. For future, we need sandbags. Number 3, bring your laptop to the shoot. In between shooting days, you would want to save your footage on the hard drive. Also review if everything is fine, if you see that something is missing, and maybe do the first color trial and see how everything is looking, because you really want to know if something is wrong right there, because that would be such a pain. Find it out when you're home and everybody's at their homes. Number 4, get good memory cards and hard drives. I think I would have a heart attack if after more than 8 hours of shooting, my card got corrupted, or hard drive. Hard drive, it's even worse as maybe years of shootings. We really don't want that happening. It's really good thing to invest in. So do a copy and safety copy of your footage to your hard drives after every shooting day. So it's protected and it's there and you know it's there and there are no problems. Number 5, yes, you need a monitor. On this little camera screen, it's so difficult to see what you're shooting, if it's in focus. A monitor really helps you to see that, to control your exposure, and you have more features that you can get only on the monitor. So it's a very good thing to have. You don't need to have an expensive monitor either. I think there is one from Portkeys that's like 60 euros, like it works. So number 6, do the pre-production process well. If you do it before the shooting, your life will be so much easier and you will feel more calm. So that's a really important thing to do. Number 7, Don't feel unencouraged. Yes, maybe you don't know everything there is out there, maybe you don't feel that professional, but at the end of the day, it's your process to where you can learn and do better. We're learning so much with each project. It will be fine, just don't worry about it too much. Take it seriously and prepare well and do your job well, but don't feel unencouraged. Number 8, get your ND filter. If you're shooting during the whole day, you need an ND filter. If not, you will just not be able to shoot the cinematic looking videos for your short film. Investigate what kind of filters you might need. If you will be shooting through some glass or cars, you will probably need an anti-reflector filter, because if not, you will just see yourself. Number 9. Don't forget your cleaning kit. You never know if there will be sand, dust, or anything on your camera lens. You really don't want that because it will be such a pain to clean it up in the post-production. Just look into it once in a while to check that everything is good. Also, don't be afraid to clean your sensor. It's a small kit that you can bring and it's very useful. There are so many YouTube videos on how to do it and how to do it correctly. Myself, I was very afraid to do it, but I did it and I didn't have to pay money for somebody to do it instead of me. So that was a really good plus. Number 10. Extra cables. Some cables can just stop working for no reason. I recommend having few cables of the ones that you use a lot. HDMI or Type-C cable or any cable that you use often, just in case. Number 11. Practice before the shoot. There are a lot of movements, compositions, camera angles that you might want to practice before your shoot because you already have the script. You can read it and try it out at home so you're prepared to get that movement correct and fluid so you will not have any difficulties to perform that on the shooting day. Learning the camera shots and angles, also camera movements and compositions are really useful to know in order to understand what you need to do instead of thinking like, what is this, what am I supposed to do? Number 12, learn your camera. It's so important to know how your camera functions and what is in there. If you need like 30 minutes to change from standard stabilization to active stabilization, you're losing time, everybody's losing time. Trust me, you'll be the most worried one if you don't know something on your camera or if you're not sure where to find something. So just save yourself some brain cells and do it beforehand. You can find so many instruction videos on YouTube for your specific camera, which is amazing. Spend some hours just looking through it and adjusting the camera the way you need and just learning it. If you're like me and you have a Sony Alpha 7 IV, you can watch this video from Jason. It's a great video, I watched it many times. It just goes through the main points that you have to know. It really helped me to get my camera optimized the way I need it in order to be able to do my work more efficiently. Number 13. Document your BTS. So funny, there is so many random moments that just happen during the shootings. It's so nice to look back at it and just laugh. For this video in particular, I had to go through so much footage and some things are just so random, but it's so funny and I'm really happy that I documented this process. It's really nice to have these memories with you to just for future references or just remember those times. Also, very important point I did do better during the shooting is that I started to eat better after the first part of the shooting. We started to buy like pasta salad, fruits, vegetables, and like nuts. So we weren't eating only bread. It really helped us to feel better and our stomach and brain to feel better, and we were functioning better as well. Don't get me wrong, we still ate a lot of chocolates and just sweets and energy drinks because we needed to survive, but we did eat better in other aspects. You will really thank yourself for doing that. And the last point that is very important, it's to be nice because it's difficult for everybody. Everybody is on low sleep, not eating too well because it's shooting, you know. It will just make everybody feel nicer if you're nice. And I think that's all from the things that I've learned. I'm really happy that I could experience all of this. Learned so much. Also, I can't wait to see it like finished and on the big screens and just be there and be like, yeah, we did that. If you want to know anything about the process, you can leave a question or let me know what you would like to see, like maybe a part 2 in the future video, and I will be really happy to make it. We did a lot of really funny Frankenstein like equipment stuff, so that could be fun. But yeah, you let me know, and I hope you enjoy our trailer. See you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!